tell me, what was the highlight of the magic experience?
I really liked the entire experience. I got to work on my own pace and ask any question about things I came up with because there were no really students in the class. It was just me. So I got to do whatever I wanted on my own pace and add whatever I wanted to it, and that was really cool.
How did you come up with this topic? I mean, combining ISL and coding and developing,
Well, I actually came up with this when SK had a program where they had kids with special needs come to SKA to hang out with the other kids. One of the kids that came was deaf and spoke sign language. She was able to speak to the kids who were in the sign language class and spoke sign language, but when he tried to speak to me, I couldn't really speak sign language, so that was very disappointing. So I thought then that it would be very cool if there was technology that could translate sign language to English and back.
Did you ever do coding before magic? And how did that help?
I've had some coding classes, but I really did not have that much of a background in coding when I started. So I mostly learned as I went, and my magic mentor taught me a lot.
Was there anything frustrating? Was there frustrating points, and how did you sort of handle that?
Well, there were a lot of things that didn't work no matter how many times I seemed to be fixing it. So it would take 10, 20, even 30 tries to get things to work, but I figured things out in the end.
That's great. Was there any tricks that you sort of developed along the way, or that sort of helped you?
I learned a lot that you have to kind of just look at things logically and try to sort them out, figure them out. There was actually a lot of Googling also involved to help me figure things out.
That's how we learn. Have you tried the website on a live, on people who are trying to do sign language? Have you tried? Is it your website live or not yet?
The informational part of my webpage is live, but the informational part of my webpage doesn't actually connect to my ASL translator yet. In the future, we're going to try to get it to connect if we keep on working on this project in the future.
Have you had anyone who's actually speaking sign language try out the translator? Or
well, I've obviously used it a few times to try to get it to improve, but it's not really accurate enough to really rapidly translate sign language yet. The more it's used, the better it'll get, and eventually, hopefully, it'll reach that point.
So where do you see your next steps going?
Well, definitely connecting my actual translator to my website. Using my translator a lot to improve it would also help. And just even if I worked on the algorithms, it could help to improve the accuracy overall.
Any sort of overview, final thoughts, on magic? Any advice you'd give to somebody thinking about it?
I just really love the program. I think everyone should do it because you can work on anything you want to. Anything with science you come up with, you can get paired with a mentor that specializes in that and work on whatever you want. It's really awesome, and I like it a lot.
Awesome.